Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing, and I'm still working on organizing. This is the drawer just to the left of my workspace. My original plan is that I was going to keep stamps in here, and then I added stencils, and then I started adding die cuts, and now we've reached a point where it's too much, and when you look in there, you really can't tell what's going on. So what I thought I would do is pull the stuff out. These are small stamps, my art impression stamps and some cute little kits. It's not a bad idea, it's just maybe not working. This thing has reached a point where it's heavy when you pull it out, and the stencils and stuff have leaked over. So I think what's important to do every once in a while, and you can, Marie Kondo everything and pull it all out and throw it on the floor or your bed or a pile or whatever. I'm messy enough as it is. But what I've been doing is stopping and really looking at what do I have that's duplicates. I don't throw away the packaging for my stamps because if I want to give it to a friend or if you guys have a question about what brand it is or something, then I need it. I have some sets in here. Some of these will look familiar. You'll know these are Bo Bunny from Tuesday Morning. I think this one might be a Heidi Swap. Somewhere I have the package. Stamplistic. I used this one in my last project video. This one right here. Oh, I love that stamp. It's great. These are fun. Okay, this is one of my new dies. So I think what would make sense is if I kept the dies together, right? If it's just a die. Clearly a dog needs a drink. So I'll set that aside and not keep those in here. Stamps. Oh, I really like these. I think you've seen these before. Inky Antics. You got this, and she believed she could, so she did. This is my Dina Wakley set of stars. This is crucial. I have to keep this for everything. Art impressions. I realized I could have used this for my grandpa's card. I don't know if he's quite as much of a dog lover as I am, but it would have been fun for his Get Well card. Okay, so I'm going to keep all the packaging. I'm not going to throw any out. Here's those Art Impressions Quilting Sisters ones. Happy birthday. Again, I'm still looking for the perfect happy birthday stamp. That's not it. This was a super cheap Joanne set, I think, and I like it. I'll keep that. Okay, this is an Altenew set that also has dies with it, so I think I'll keep those together. This I really like. I think this was Letter It. Like I said, all the packages are in here. Yeah, here we go. Letter It, $7. I really like this set. I like the thanks and the grateful and the thanks, and then all the little stuff that goes with it. It's really nice. Okay, honestly, I don't think I've ever used this. It's probably a Tim Holtz set, right? It might not be mine. I may have borrowed it from a friend. I don't know what is going on with the packaging here. It seems like there's 2 layers and then pictures on it. This might not be mine. I don't know. Maybe I bought it. But I really haven't used it. So we'll set that aside in the do we really need it. Cats. I like cats. This isn't maybe the best cat set ever, but I like it. Oh, this one is from my local store. It's called Runaway Art Studio, and I love this set. You got to see this. So this was a custom set that they had made. Here, let's see. Well, somewhere in here is probably the actual package for it. Let's put it on here. And it has a stamp that says, "The forest cries out to me, time to come home." And then it has their little Runaway logo sign and trees, and this is their bird logo. He's so cute. And another nice tree here. See, I've cut a mask and stuck it on. If I have a mask, I keep them on there. So again, I'm just going to set aside all of the packaging. I don't need it. Look, I have stencils. I got this idea from somebody to put your stencils on a ring, and it works for the Tim Holtz ones, not all of them, and hang them on the wall. Okay, I hung them. Look at this. I hung them right there in front of me, right where I work. I never remembered to use them. Not one time while they were up there. So I finally gave up and took them down. I'm going to put them with the other stencils. Okay, this is a cute little koala. He's a cute little guy. I haven't used him yet, but I'll probably put him in with the other art impressions. This is an example of Don't Be Like Me. I'm pretty sure this was in my friend's donate or giveaway pile, and I really wanted an alphabet stamp set because over the years I've gotten rid of them, so I grabbed it. I don't like this font. I really don't see me. It's a little small for art journals. I just don't see me using this. So I'll just put it back in her donate pile, I think. So we'll set that one aside. We got rid of one, and it was kind of a chunky one. These are a couple of my absolute all-time favorites that I kept from Stampin' Up! Woodblock stamps. I love stars and moons, so I'm keeping this set forever. I like it embossed. I like it with watercolors. I like it with colored pencils. I'm a big fan of it. And this set, okay, it's $19.97. Look at the back of this sucker. Okay, this has gotten some use. This is a set for sympathy. It's a great, I have a card up here actually that I made with it. I've made it over the years in a variety of colors and styles. It works for sympathy, it works for happy birthday, it works for men, women, children. It's great. So I'm keeping that for sure. I played with hot glue and stencil making, and these were fun, but I don't know that I need to keep them forever. Either way, I think I need to put this stuff in the mixed media section because that's part of my problem. Again, this was in my friend's donate. We don't need this, and I thought we did, but I think she's right. We don't need this. Okay, then this alphabet stamp set I like better than the other one. And this is purely personal preference, you guys. You can look at this. These are wood blocks. They're nice quality. These are little foam mount. They're a little bit harder to work with, but I can stick them on my clear block. I like them because, let's get it to focus. There we go. The font is very, very simple. Okay? So it's just personal preference. If you have 3 fonts and you're never going to the third one, then it's definitely time to get rid of it. Or in this case, I have the 2 and I know I'm not going to use that one. So let's set that aside. Oops, gratitude fell off of something else, so we'll have to get that back. Oh, it goes on this one. We'll keep that. This was really cute. I love this little set. This is a Technique Tuesday set, and I was brokenhearted because I lost one of the stamps, but then my friend said she has the same exact one, so we're fine. I took a walk in the woods and came out taller than the trees. This is the one I lost. Live the life you have dreamed. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. Okay, those are all Henry David Thoreau, and then the world is but a canvas to our imagination. And again, Thoreau and trees, okay? I like trees. I'm a Pacific Northwest girl. Definitely keeping that one. Me is thinking of you. Okay, it's a cute idea. It's kind of a weird font. I've never used it. I'll keep it. Maybe I'll make some cards with it. You can tell at my house, 2 dogs and 2 cats, the pet hair, like, attracts to these plastic things and stays there forever. Now, clearly at some point this got taken apart because it's not lined up at all. There we go. So we'll keep that. This one says reuse it or lose it. I like the idea of it. I think it came free with something, but I'm not using it, okay? But remember, we talked about this before. If you have a stamp and you like a part of it, you don't have to use the whole thing. If it's not mounted on a wood block, or even if it is, you could take it off. But I could probably take a pair of scissors or a knife, and I could just cut around and keep the earth if I wanted. Okay? Or I could cut this off and have use it or lose it and do something different. So I just have the words, use it or lose it. Maybe we're exercising or we're encouraging use of craft supplies. I don't know. But think about if you like part of a stamp, but not all of it, you can cut it apart. I like this, like the idea and the message of the stamp, but it's kind of small for an art journal page. I could put it on the backs of envelopes if I wanted. It could be fun for an art swap day. I have a video about that. If you had a theme for it, it would make sense. Okay, so what I was thinking was, for now, I'm going to use this tub. It seems like it's full of embossing powder. We'll just dump that on the ground. And I'm going to put the stamps that I want to keep back in it. Now, I can't stand them up tall because the drawer opens and closes and they'll fall down. If they have die cuts with the stamp set, I'll put them in the very back. And I'll just put these in here. I love these stars. They're a little taller, so I'll put them in the back too. And Inky Antics. That is just the cutest thing. I like sentiment stamps that are pretty general but inspirational, so you could use them on a lot of cards. Happiness is not a destination, it's a way of life. I mean, I could make you a card with that on it for a lot of things. I'm going to put this giant Stamplistic one back here. And then what I'll do is I'll take these two wood stamp packages and prop them up. These were the Bow Bunny sets from Tuesday morning, and I really like them. I'm really enjoying these swirls. I mean, I could take a paintbrush or paint and make swirls, but I don't want to. This set, I can't remember for sure who it is. I love this hello. I've used this on a lot of cards. It's a really general message, and it's cute to mount and layer up, so I'm going to keep that one for sure. Maybe I'll ask my friend if this is hers and give it back to her. Okay, so then we have a reasonable amount in the box. It's not as heavy. I'll take these little ones, sort them a little. I still haven't done a video for you guys with the art impression stamps. They're pretty fun. This one is another example of cut things up if you don't like it. I'm not into like cartoon bubbles. Is that what we call them? Speech bubbles? Speech bubbles. I just don't do speech bubbles. And this stamp was very inexpensive. And it said, when was the last time you did something for the first time? Well, when I was done with it, it didn't have the speech bubble and the stripe around it. It's just the text. So again, that's a really great example of make it your own. Do whatever you want with it. Okay, I'm going to move these over. Gosh, I really should be using these stamps, you guys. I see some stamping videos in the future. This bag is just a little bit too big for this, and I don't really need them bagged, so I think I'll just dump them out. Oh, I see. These don't have a backing paper on them, so that's probably why they were bagged. The stamp itself doesn't, so I will leave them in there so that they stay sticky and nice. Okay, this is a tray from Dollar Tree, and it fits nice on the length of my drawer so it can slide back and forth. So that's why I keep the little ones in there. And as I expand or improve my storage methods, I might change it. This guy is just adorable, but again, he's little, so I'm not using him. Put this right here. Oops, almost forgot this one. I love stamps. Stamps are one of those things you can spend a ton, sorry, you're still out of focus. You can spend a ton of money on. Be sure and be aware of what you already have in your inventory. Here's an example. Okay, I have some nice flowers here. And I have some nice flowers here. And I have some small florals that are made to decorate this birthday cake and make things with that I always forget are there. Probably haven't even used them. And then a whole bunch of these have cute little florals and nature things and butterflies and different things. Every time I see beautiful flower stamps, I have to stop myself, because you can end up with a million different thank yous or flower stamps or different things. So really ask yourself, is it better than the one you have? Oh, and then of course, have the Altenew back here. So just ask yourself, is it better than the one you have? You don't need to have all the flowers, but I'm not saying you don't need new flowers or better flowers. I am still looking for some different options. But just think about it. I used to have a ridiculous, like a dresser full. Now granted, they were wood blocks, but a ridiculous amount of stamps. This time around, I'm thinking, I don't need that many. Okay, I'm going to keep all this packaging, most of which it actually goes with something specific. Back here. The packaging is also nice because if I go somewhere for the weekend, I try to put them in the package so that like I don't lose the thinking of you along the way. They need to really be in something if you're going to take them somewhere, especially if you get in a hurry and put things away wet, then they don't stick as well to their papers or plastics. Okay, so I'm going to put that back in the bottom of the drawer, and then we need to address the stencil situation. Okay. I'm not going to use this because I took these from my friend. Friend, I took these. I don't know if you even knew you had them, but they live here now. And if you want them, you can use them. But I think they're kind of big for cards anyway. I think these are fabulous for art journal pages. And I love the font, the script on it. It has a little bit of texture, but it's not necessarily like too girly. I think it just works for everything. So I am in love with these stamps. They're Stampin' Up. I can't tell you if they are still available for sure. And I don't see a year on them. But they're pretty great. They're called Morning Post Alphabet. So we don't need this stencil. That's where I'm going with that. I like the square ones. I like the bird. We know I like stars. I don't like this kind of stars. Like all messy and yeah, not really into those. This one is a weird, it's like sticky on one side, so I keep it in the package. I love circles, all kinds of circles and random. This is just the package. Here's another square one. This is probably a Dina Wakley one. I like this one. The stars, okay, I keep buying star stencils. Clearly there's a situation here. These are great for stencil paste because the stars are little, and I like it because this one has a couple different sizes on them, but they're not great for just stenciling because they're so small. So I would like to find some bigger ones. This one's okay. Again, just like my stamps, I don't really like them all in a row. I would like it a little more organic, so I might cut that up or just do one at a time. This is a cute little tiny pattern. Here's another stripy one. This one, I've had this, I think, forever. I don't need that. Oh, no, this is the one I've had forever. And again, it's perfectly fine, but I'm not using it. I mean, I've probably had this thing 10 or 15 years, and near as I can tell, I've used Joy and Magic. I should have used Gratitude. I bet I don't use it because it's a little bit long. It's too big for a card. We'll put it over there. Star, of course, we're keeping that. This is pretty cool. I feel like I should use this. It's big, but it's cool. And the leaves, I might want to use the leaves. So I'm going to put all of these. So clearly I'm not into these yellow ones. The yellow ones are also really thick. They're kind of weird to use. Okay, now the other thing is, if I'm going to keep stencils, I need to keep them with the mixed media stuff. So I'm going to pull out my cart down below. That's a different video. Of course, it's all clean and tidy now. Now we're going to mess it up. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck them in. I'll show you. Like, maybe right there in that middle section, I'll just put stencils in there. Or they could go all the way, maybe I'll put them all the way in the bottom next to the sandwich paper. What do we call that? Deli paper. I forgot already. Let's try that for a minute. Sorry, you have to be right here. Let's take these, bundle them all up. We'll even take the Tim Holtz ones on the ring. And I'm just going to leave them on the ring. They're not hurting anything. I like the ring. It's a really cool idea. This bird one kind of drives me nuts because it's loose all the time. Oh, these are my friends. I'm going to keep these out because I'm going to do some gel plating. So I think I'll probably keep, well, no, I can get them out when I need them, right? That's what happens to me. I keep too much stuff out because I'm going to use it. So I'm going to take all of these and tuck them down in here. So they're up on end, they're nice and safe. And I think when I pull them out, it's going to make a big mess, but I'm probably okay with that. I'll take them out, I'll spread them all around. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do with these. And quite honestly, I'm not sure I want to keep these long term. I'm going to put them in this little cup with my foam cutouts and foam stamps. I think they'll be fine. So then this drawer is much better. It's just stamps and the die cuts that go with them. Let's make sure it opens and closes. I have a feeling that, yeah, that bag's not working very good. So we need to tuck that down. Okay. I don't know that this is the perfect system yet. We'll have to keep working on it. But I think now I can see what's going on better. And this thing slides right. Oh, it doesn't slide over that way. I'm going to keep it right there. There. I think that's a better way. So I'm going to keep watching that and checking to see if I want to turn them up on end or maybe take these out. But I think for now, that'll work. My stamps and my stencils are put away. We'll do something else another day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.